What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And we got to get into this thing about Bronny James as I ran across a few posts where they were curious and asking certain things like, should Bronny James sit out the draft and pretty much go back to school, right, for another season to pretty much perfect his craft or to at least get better at his craft? Because I think that most of the world watching Bronny James, who watch, because I don't watch, I've seen certain highlights, and I know that Bleach Report and the Shade Room and all of these pro-black media outlets, for the most part, they try to show support to LeBron James, and they try to, overly hype and highlight Bronny James because that's something that would be very big in history. You know what I'm saying? That would obviously make gate attractions and ticket sales skyrocket and plummet through the roof. And I think that, in my opinion, Bronny James should indeed sit out. I'm not even against Bronny James joining a team to play with his dad, LeBron James. I'm not even against LeBron James facing off against Bronny James, right? As long as your son is in the NBA while you are playing, right? How cool would it be for Bronny James to come into the league and LeBron James to retire the same year? That'd be pretty magical. I will give LeBron James that. He's a genius. You know what I'm saying? If he can pull this off. And obviously he has the cliche, the power, the reputation, the money. He's done great things in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's kept a clean reputation. And I know that this is something that he can make happen, But like I said, man, I ran across these reports where Bronny James is pretty much, the center of attention for LeBron James, as we know, because LeBron James wants his son to play on the same team with him. But let's just be honest, okay? Right? I know that the Bronettes, that's what I'm gonna call them, the Bronettes, are going to come to LeBron James' aid defense. They're gonna try to say that without a doubt, Bronny James should be drafted in the first round. If you guys have been following this channel, you guys know that I made a video about this a few weeks ago where I said that the Lakers would be making a huge mistake because LeBron James does not care about how the organization, what type of condition the organization will be left in once he departs. And I get it. Maybe LeBron James is thinking like this. He knows that people are going to come for his son. So he's going to try to protect his son and guide him through his first year, maybe his first 2 years as a professional NBA player, so that, guys can probably back off of him or whatnot. But hey, this is an NBA. Like Kobe Bryant said, in this league, NBA means no boys allowed. And if you indeed let a boy into this league before he's ready, LeBron James, this is something he's going to be faced with. You have to ask yourself, do you really want your son to be, attacked, embarrassed and confidence shattered like Lonzo Ball? Is that something that you want? Because we all know that Lonzo Ball has not looked the same since Pat Beverly shut him down his first game in the NBA. There was so much hype around him. And, sometimes when the confidence leaves, that player just isn't the player no more. And I think that was the case with Markelle Fultz as well. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of things happen to NBA players, no matter how much of a superstar you may be in college. When it comes to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, you will quickly find out that this is a big boys league. This league is for men. But anyway, let's get into a few of these reports where it says that with March Madness a little over a week away, Vince and Kristen turned their attention to the biggest surprises and disappointments in men college basketball this season. Kristen focused mostly on the number 1 overall UConn Huskies and the incredibly disappointing season for the USC Trojans, who will miss the tournament. That leads to the discussion about Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, and whether he has shown enough in his freshman season at USC to warrant a team using a first-round draft pick. And like I said, man, I have nothing against Bronny James declaring for the draft. What I do have a problem with is because of his last name and the cachet that it holds, him catapulting other guys, other young men in college who come from, rural backgrounds probably, you know what I'm saying, like communities that are very much minority and very much on the low end of things, the hood, basically. And I just have a problem with that because I know that there's so much raw talent produced from young athletes who come from rough environments. And I'm not saying that LeBron James' son isn't worthy of the NBA, but there is a certain thing as deserving, right? And you guys have to be honest and real with yourself. No matter how much y'all love LeBron James, his son is just not an NBA caliber player right now. Hard for me to say G League at times. Like, I don't think that he's on a G League level. I get that he works hard. I get that, you know, his dad's been in his life forever. And I'm not saying that Bronny James won't turn out to be a fantastic NBA player. But do I think that he's ready? No. In my opinion, I think that the way I've saw a few highlights of Bronny, I think that Bronny should indeed spend 3 to 4 years in college. It is what it is. It's no sugarcoating this take here. I mean, he needs to spend as much time as he can in college getting his craft right. I know that you can study your father or probably walk in the front yard or, you know, shoot ball, you know what I'm saying, in the driveway and watch your dad in person, but nothing really gives you that experience besides in-game experience and going against other top-notch athletes, D1 athletes. And I think that's something that Bronny James has to want for himself. Because as you guys see here, Bronny James averages 5.7 points a game. And for his career, 2023 through 2024, right, his first season, 5.7 games, right? Now, I don't know if there is something, you know what I'm saying, like if he has some games where he may have scored more than 5.7 points, but if this is your average, then this is pretty consistent. And maybe the coach, you know what I'm saying, doesn't see the time that Bronny needs to give him more points. But I think that, you know, with this statement here, it even goes on to say that LeBron has been open about wanting to play alongside Bronny, who could declare for the NBA draft in June. The Lakers reportedly will explore the notion of adding Bronny. And this is where, Jeannie Buss, you know damn well, Kobe Bean Bryant or your dad would not have stood for this. Because the Lakers brand isn't the Bronze brand. You guys are starting to make the Lakers look like clutch. Okay? If the Lakers want to be called the Los Angeles Clutchers or something like that, the Bronze or the Los Angeles whatever, right? Then say so. Because if you guys are that desperate to keep an aging superstar just for the brand itself, just because, you know what I'm saying, of the longevity, the career he's had, then you guys are absolutely insane. You have to be real with yourself and realize that you've done enough for LeBron James. He literally broke the scoring record in a Lakers uniform. So know when the time is up for everything. And if I'm LeBron James, guess what, man? Wherever my son goes, where I'm going to go. You should not put strain on the Lakers organization or keep it in a chokehold until they submit and tap out and give you what you want, LeBron James. We know that's your style and we know that that's what you do. But if I'm Jeannie Buss, this is something that I'm not doing. I'm sorry. Anyway, it goes on to say that based on collegiate results this far, the youngster might go undrafted with any other surname. He's averaging 5.7 points in 20.7 minutes per game for a team that's 10-16. Now, guys, this is absolutely terrible. I don't care. Look at Caitlin Clark. I told y'all in my last video I would legit draft Caitlin Clark over this whole NBA draft, especially Bronny James. I would rather have Caitlin Clark. She just has it. It is what it is. She just has it, and I believe that she can indeed compete with NBA men. Now, I don't think that she'll have the physicality, but I think she could do Steph-like things that would be pretty good. If Caitlin Clark was on the Detroit Pistons, right, how would they look? You have to ask yourself that. Now, you put Bronny James on the Detroit Pistons, how would they look? All right. Now, I bet you that was a good point, right? Y'all got to get it to me. That was a good point. So I want y'all to just simmer on that. So let's go on. It says that he's averaging. Let's read that again. Based on collegiate results thus far, the youngster might go undrafted with any other surname. He's averaging 5.7 points in 20.7 minutes per game for a team that's 10-16. Returning to college for his sophomore season should be an easy choice, but it doesn't sound like dad's helping. And that's another thing, LeBron James. Your son isn't good enough to catch the eyes like you did, right? The best thing for Bronny James to do is to go undrafted because he is not the type of caliber player that LeBron James sees him as. And that's the problem. Your dad, your parents are going to always protect their kids, whether they're right or wrong, right or wrong. And that's what a good dad does. But it goes on to say it's up to him. LeBron said Sunday on the Inside NBA prior to tip-off, we're going to go through the whole process. He's still in season now. He has the Pac-12 tournament coming up. We're going to weigh all the options and we're going to let the kid make the decision. Easier said than done, right? Okay, we know that LeBron James is pushing to get this obviously done because the quicker the better. But we all know that the way LeBron James has been going on tour broadcasting is that he is ready for Bronny James to be in the league. But we'll wait and see. Maybe Bronny James will push back and become a young man and make a decision for himself and say that, Dad, I want to stay here to become better. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. He says, I'd advise him to stay in school and avoid that pressure for at least another year or two, hopefully enough time for his game to develop. If LeBron James doesn't stick around and they don't play together, so be it. But I imagine Bronny at USC is enough to keep LeBron in LA. And I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, you can't have it all. You know what I'm saying? You in the town, you in the city that you want to be in. You've gotten the players that you wanted to join up with and team up with. All of your businesses, all of your businesses are literally around you. What more can you ask for? Your son is up the street playing at USC. This is brilliant for you, LeBron James. So don't ruin a good thing, in my opinion, Laker Nation. I wouldn't go for it if I'm Jeannie Buss in that organization. Rob Pelinka, maybe it's something that, you know what I'm saying, they need to come to terms with and realize that at some point LeBron James has to go. You have to ask yourself, do we want LeBron James to leave and leave us in shambles, or should we do what's best to keep the organization intact after he departs? Because it's coming sooner than later. That's all I have for you guys. I want you guys to weigh in on this topic and let me know what y'all think. Laker Nation, tap in. If you guys are rocking with the content, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you guys can continue to get the latest when I drop my sports media takes. And also, I want to thank you guys for helping me reach 1,000 subs. So for you guys helping me so much, I know that this is a faceless podcast. So what I'm going to start doing is every 100 subscribers, I'm going to go live and show my face and actually get to know more, you know what I'm saying, of my subscribers and just have fun. So you guys let me know what y'all think about that. I think that'll be pretty cool. I also want you guys to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at chargetheegame, as you guys see it here on YouTube. That's all I have for you fine folks today. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.